processes is because the days on which you do a process, life is incredible. It's like colourful, joyful, exciting, just good. It's good to be alive.
Appreciation, basically, you just make a list as you're comfortable, and you just start off from the little things that you do appreciate. It could be anything. It could be just your favorite cup of tea. It could be a trip. It could be anything, absolutely anything that you do, you're grateful for, that give you joy and you appreciate. And that basically what it does, it creates more things, more good things in your life that you want. So that's why it's a fun process.
And I think the list of appreciation is just so fantastic. I remember waking up one morning and feeling like a 5-year-old at Christmas and not having any reason to feel like that. And sort of getting in the lift and whistling and singing and dancing, and then I noticed how people were changing around me. You know, all I was doing is in my head, all I was doing is a few lists of appreciation.
Gratitude book, I would sit down and try and think of 5 things that I'm grateful for right now, today, in this moment. And it's a bit like a focus wheel, because sometimes it's quite hard to kind of get into it and think, I mean, I'm really just sit there and think, what am I grateful for? I haven't got anything to be grateful for. I'm broke, you know. So, but when you get into it, then it can put you into a better vibration. So you do 5 things that you're grateful for now. You know, there's got to be something, you know, something that if you didn't have now, you'd be worse off. So start with that. Then you do 5 things that you're grateful for that you would like, but that you pretend that you already have them. So I'm grateful for, I'm grateful for my wealth. I'm grateful for this fantastic occupation, my fantastic business I've built up. So 5 things that you would like. You write down that you're grateful for, but put it in the present tense, so as if you've got it now. And hopefully, by the time you've done that, you're feeling a lot better and you've got the ideas flowing. And when I do it, if I can get myself onto the wheel, into it, then it works.
My favourite one has got to be a rampage of appreciation. You get a bit of paper and you write down a list of everything you love. And friends of mine who do this kind of put the word I like so-and-so. I write the word I love. To me, love is such a powerful word. So I love this, I love my friends, I love the fact that it's sunny at the moment. And you know, it can go on for sheets and sheets and sheets and sheets. So that's my favourite process.
I've read a lot about meditation. I heard Abraham speaking about meditation. I always knew from experience that meditation was good. But meditation for me in the past would be sitting in an uncomfortable position on a cushion for 20 minutes, fidgeting, wondering why everybody else looks so still, and thinking, is this really all there is to it? And what I took from the Abraham Hicks teachings was that I didn't have to worry about any of that. If I wanted to meditate in a laying down position on the settee with my legs flopped over the edge, if that's how I wanted to do it, then that's what was going to work for me, because it was my own beliefs and it was all about finding my own way. And I try to meditate for 15 minutes a day, but there's some occasions when I'm 5 minutes into the meditation and I'll suddenly get inspired and I won't be able to finish it because an idea will come to me, and then I'm off and I'm acting, and most of my inspired action comes to me during meditation. When I'm trying to make a decision in life in general, I've learnt that now all I need to do is to stop for a few minutes, take a few deep breaths, forget about anything else in the room, in the situation, just focus on my breathing. 9 times out of 10 an idea comes to me, a decision is made for me there and then, and I know what course of action I have to take. I'm not a very motivated person. I've always found it very difficult to become motivated. And what I've learned is that everything I do is not a matter of motivation. There's all these motivational speakers out there saying, well, this is how you've got to get off your arse and go and do this and that. Never ever worked for me. But when I find inspiration, I can pretty much achieve anything.
Actually, listening to the audiobooks that's one of my processes. It's become a process for me. If I'm not feeling very good, if I start playing the audio, it actually makes me feel so much better, and I get into it and I get into the vibration of it. The audiobooks are good because they they've sat down and they've decided on a title, and then they've just spent 6-7 hours just trying to elaborate on that message. So you get, but the thing about these audiobooks is that even if some of the DVDs, there's a lot of information crammed into that short space of time. Like I was watching the Money and Law of Attraction DVD once, and there was just one scene, and I had to rewind it about 3 times because there was so much just in this one, I don't know, maybe it was a 1 or 2 minute dialogue, and she put so many messages in there that, you know, so it is a lot to take in, but very useful. But it's a repetition. It's definitely, you cannot watch it once or even twice. You just have to keep going back over it, and then, you know, when you're ready, 3-6 months later, then come back to it like we were talking about. You might be in a different vibrational place and retaking the information.
When I get the chance, I just listen to YouTube daily, sometimes even for hours, because it always lifts my mood, and even if I'm already happy, I feel even better. And every time I listen to the clips, it's like I understand more all the time about the world, and it just gives me such a good feeling, and it makes my day in a way that I go out and I notice things that maybe I wouldn't notice, or amazing things keep happening or manifesting. It's just like a company. It's like when I listen to those clips, I never feel alone, and even if I have any issues or any problems, it's like I'm in a timeless zone, and everything is alright.
Segment intending is basically when you have a day and you know what you're going to do that day. For instance, you have 3 meetings, 3 different clients, and you have to go to the grocery store and you have to cook a dinner. You know, basically you start writing down before it happens. You write down, or you think about it, and you say, I intend that this will happen so and so, that for instance, the meeting will go well, or we will have a win-win situation, or I will find all the rest, you know, the ingredients for my cooking, and my guests will show up on time, and so that's segment intending.
Yeah, so I go onto mindmovies.com, and I just copy and paste a whole load of inspirational photos of holidays, photos of things I would like to achieve, luxury apartments, cars, and you put them all into a movie. Then you upload one of your favourite inspirational songs, and then on Mind Movies you can either choose affirmations to go with the pictures, or what I like doing is just thinking a thought like I own a Mercedes or something. So I like just putting my own quotes on them. The movie's about 2 or 3 minutes long, and then you watch it before. For me, I watch it before bed, so it's the last thing I see before I go to sleep, and it just helps to kind of really get into your head that this is. It just helps it make it more real, and hopefully you'll also dream about it or think about it before you go to sleep.
The placemat list is something that Esther was in a restaurant, and she had a placemat and she halved it, and what you'd actually do is, on one side you put what you can do, and on the other side you put what you'd like the universe or God or whatever you want to put on the other side. So of course this day I'd put, you know, I just want to be happy. That's all I put on my list. That's all I felt I was, you know, I thought if I'm happy then all the other stuff must have come right. So on my side I put I want to be happy, and on the placemat side I put, you know, I want to meet up with my daughter, I want to have rest, I want to have a nice meal, and I want to find these theatre tickets all within my price range, and you know, that's exactly how it worked out.
One of Nick's groups, he introduced us to this WWW process, which I absolutely love and I actually do every day. Yeah, and Nick made it up. It's so good. Like, it really helps you to get to the feeling place of what it is, of the topic that you're working on. So basically what it is, it's what do you want, why do you want it, what do you already have in your life that reflects what you want. Love and friendship and meeting new people into my life. So that's what I want. Why do I want it? I want it because it's fun. I love interacting with people. I love having conversations with people. I love listening to, I love learning about people's lives. I love the social interaction. I love learning new things about people. The next bit of it is, what do you have that's already a match? I have so many friends that I absolutely love and adore. I love the relationships that I have with my parents. I love the relationship that I have sometimes on the train, meeting random strangers and having discussions and having such a good laugh. I love the people that I interact with at work. I love my boss. There's so many wonderful relationships that I already have.
Another good one is the focus wheel. In the middle you write again the opposite outcome, the perfect solution. So I get on really well with my boss in a very simplistic way. And then you write, in theory, about 12 spokes off the wheel, and then you write down examples of when you did indeed get on with your boss or like him as a person. And if you've got to really stretch your brain and say, well, you know, 3 years ago you bought me a sandwich, that's something, and it gets you on the wheel. And you've got to write believable statements where you get thrown off, da da da. That's a good process.
Actually, I didn't use the focus wheel a lot. I knew about it, but I didn't really, use it a lot. But after Nick's group, I started using focus wheels much more, and mainly because I am so often out of focus. And the way that he's been teaching focus wheels in different ways has really helped me refocus, and now it is one of my favorite processes, especially when I feel I am really out of alignment, because I think there are a few videos on YouTube and actually they are not as simple as the way that Nick teaches it. So actually I've started using the focus wheel even when I have business meetings with my business partners. We would do focus wheels together. We would choose the same focus, and we would move up the vibrational scale basically, and then we would even, in business meetings, we would even say, okay, now you and I as business partners have done a focus wheel around what we want to get out of this meeting, and now we're going to do it for our company towards the clients. So we would do a focus wheel for our clients using our company. So what I've seen is that when I work in that way with my business partners, that our meetings are so much more productive. Like things that sometimes would get done maybe in a week, we would do in like an afternoon. And I think there's some kind of magic around it, around like focus wheel is the way that Nick taught it to me, and the way that I started applying it in my collaboration with other people. It just aligns people. It just puts you straight in alignment and without the chatter, So yeah, I would really recommend to work with Nick doing a simple process as the focus wheel.